I understand the Secretary General will review the ESCWA report. In what way would he review this report about justice in the Middle East?
It's not a question of the Secretary General reviewing. Every report that the UN puts out goes through a review process. What's happening with the report by the Economic and Social Commission for West Africa is the same as the procedures for any report.
Will he be interfering in the content or altering any of the chapters of it?
No, it's not a question of interference. The reports reflect the views of those who write it. Of course, every report goes through an editorial and finalization process. That's normal for the United Nations.
Just linguistic, you mean?
It's, well, I mean, every report, the content of it goes through an editorial process. This is what all reports have to face.
When do you expect, I mean, the report of children in armed conflict, which was published or was supposed to be published and it was reviewed, when do you expect it to come out again?
Well, the review of last year's report is ongoing. Meanwhile, there is a new report that is expected this year. And that will come out at the same time of the year as they come out, I believe.
The UN Economic and Social Commission for Western Asia, or ESCWA, was supposed to have released by today a report examining how Mideast countries uphold or suppress their citizens' legal and human rights. We are led to believe that because of some of the objections from countries including Egypt, Israel, and Saudi Arabia, that ESCWA was then pushed to not release the report because of what these countries say is either negative or inaccurate descriptions of their behavior toward their citizens. I have a couple of questions. First, has this report been blocked from publication, and will it ever become public?
My understanding is that the report, which was drafted by independent experts, will be released by these independent experts under its own steam.
Okay, but not by ESCWA
That's
directly.
my understanding. Yes.
If the facts about policing, the judicial system, political repression that are included supposedly in this report are accurate, why shouldn't ESCWA be the one to publish this report?
As I said, this is a report that was drafted by independent experts. The report itself will be published by the independent experts themselves. The UN system as a whole has and will continue to flag human rights violations wherever they occur, whether it's in the region or beyond.
And my final
Yes.
question on this, Stefan. The report apparently calls for a justice-based compact between the governments in the region and their citizens. Given the ongoing strife in many countries across the Middle East, is that, in the UN's view, a good way to recalibrate these relationships?
I haven't seen the report or its content. Again, I can only say that the UN system, as a matter of principle, will push for and continue to advocate for the rule of law and for people's rights to be respected. Oleg, I'll go back to you, Nizar. Oleg. Oh, you had a question already. Nizar, sorry.
Yeah. A follow-up on this, on the report, if we can stay on that. Yesterday, I learned that this report is being reviewed by the Secretary General because it will carry Secretary General's name on it. Are you correcting this? Are you changing the story here?
What I'm telling you, I don't know if I'm correcting or changing. What I'm telling you is that the report, which was commissioned by independent experts, will be released by these independent experts. Maggie.